If you're a senior just starting out on the college essays and applications, you might be wondering, why are there so many college essays to write? After having helped out nearly 500 students get accepted into their dream colleges, I've mastered the technique to writing the best supplemental essays. Click on the subscribe button if you want tips just like this on college admissions, college essays, and applications. Okay, so let's get started. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get from my seniors and parents is this: are supplemental essays even that important? And my answer to that question is yes, they are. Supplemental essays enable admission committees to, number one, learn more about your extracurriculars in depth, and number two, assess whether you are a good fit for the college or the university. Using the supplemental essay strategies I'm about to share with you, my students got accepted into colleges even though they didn't have the best GPA and SAT scores. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm about to share 6 tips with you so that you could write the best supplemental essay to get your acceptance letter. Tip number 1, do not repeat your content from your personal statement essay. Typically, supplemental essays word count range from 150 to 400. So you definitely don't want to use that precious space to write about something that you had already mentioned in your personal statement essay. I see a lot of students making this mistake, trying to emphasize their accomplishments and activities in every component of their application, which definitely includes both the supplemental essay and the personal statement essay. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you definitely don't want to do that. However, if you feel the need to address your key activity in both the personal statement and the supplemental, you want to demonstrate different sides of that activity. And let me give you an example. Let's say you started a pre-med club on campus, and in your golden essay you could talk about why you decided to start that club. Maybe it came from the fact that you lost an election and you wanted to start your own club, or maybe your school didn't have a pre-med club, so you really wanted to start that off. So you could talk about the why factor in your golden essay, and in your supplemental essay, especially the extracurricular essay type, you can expand on that activity and how you actually went about that process. So maybe you held meetings, maybe you started a new initiative or a project because you felt that it was necessary. And you could also talk about how you impacted the pre-med community, and maybe you had doctors or specialists come in to host a keynote event. So using the supplemental essay, you could get in depth with the activity, and with the golden essay, you could talk more about why you decided to go for that. Tip number 2, demonstrate multiple qualities in your supplemental essays. When it comes to writing college essays, students try way too hard to impress their positive attributes to the college admission committees. And so the qualities that they usually try to emphasize throughout the application and the essay is that I'm hardworking, I'm kind, I'm diligent. And so for them to really understand what you mean by hardworking, you need to provide a lot of examples. And you also want to show different sides of who you are. You're not just hardworking, you're not just kind, but you want to demonstrate unique qualities and values that you hold that they might not know if you don't mention it to them. So here's a way that you can demonstrate multiple qualities and something that is not way too general. So for school, when you are talking about how you took a lot of AP courses that align with your major and how you got A's and B's, we're going to try to demonstrate the quality of competitiveness and how resilient you are. And let's say that you also assisted with a research study at a local college, and there we want to really focus on demonstrating the qualities of curiosity and how meticulous you are. And then lastly, if you did work on some sort of your individual project or a passion project of yours, then the quality that we truly want to demonstrate there is your empathy for others. So demonstrating multiple qualities will show to the college admission committees that you are a well-rounded student who is not only hardworking but full of curiosity and empathy, which goes way beyond surface level qualities. Tip number 3, be consistent in tone and effort. For most colleges, you'll be submitting more than one essay. For example, Stanford will ask you to write 3 supplemental essays with a word count of 250 words each. So it's really important that your tone in all essays, which includes the personal statement and the supplemental essays, remain consistent because they can easily assume that the writing might not be yours. In addition to tone, you also want to make sure that your effort is consistent. You want to add a lot of imagery, details, specific examples, and also a lot of research about the school in all of the essays so that it shows that you really want to attend the school and that you've done a lot of research and put in a lot of effort. Tip number 4 is to focus on empathy. So here's what you need to realize about writing college essays. Not everything is about you. On January 20th, 2016, Harvard Graduate School of Education released a major report titled Turning the Tide, which focused on looking at and reviewing the college essays that were more humane, less focused on accomplishments and competition and certificates, but more on having students and seeing students make a direct impact on their local community. Using this strategy is going to give your supplemental essays and your college application as a whole a nice balance because you're demonstrating that, yes, I am competitive and persistent when it comes to academics, but I also care about the common good, whether that is tutoring students in a low-income neighborhood or fundraising money for a cause that you are truly passionate about. Tip number 5 is to identify the different types of supplemental essays. So there is about 5 to 6 types of supplemental essays, but for the sake of today's video, I'm going to share 3 types with you. Type number 1 is why college essays. Yale has a prompt that asks, what is it about Yale that has led you to apply with the word count of 125 words? For this particular prompt, you really want to align your response with each college's mission statement, and you could also go ahead and add 1 to 2 non-academic aspects of the college and also address why you would be a great fit for this college or university. The second type is why major essay. Here you want to start off with how you fostered your academic interest over the years and connect that interest to each college's academic programs. Now you could mention professor names, classes that you would like to take, as well as programs that they have available specific to your major. When you do this, the most important thing that you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to just copy and paste events and classes and professor names from the website where they are easily searchable. You really want to do a lot of research so that what you select truly and precisely aligns with what you want to study. The third type of supplemental essays is ECSA, extracurricular supplemental essay. Here you want to use 40 to 50% of your essay describing your interest or describing your extracurricular activities in depth. You can start off the essay by starting with a strong narrative, using a lot of imagery, and really letting them know that this is your favorite activity and that you know a lot about it. That's the only way that they'll know that you're truly passionate about this activity or interest. And after that, what you want to do is you want to connect that interest or extracurricular activity into a set of values. And that includes resilience, persistence, courage, anything else that you feel would be a good fit for the values that you want to demonstrate. And my last tip for you is to start with the longest word count. Now that you've identified the types of supplemental essays you want to start writing, and the best tip for where to begin is to really start with a prompt that has the longest word count so that when you do come across this type of a prompt for another college or a university, you can go ahead and repurpose that without starting all over again. So let's say you wrote an essay that had a word count of 400, and it's exactly the same prompt asking exactly the same content. All you have to do is synthesize that to 250 or 150, whatever the word count ends up being. So those are the best 6 tips for writing the best supplemental essays. And I'm sure you realized a pattern that you really want to align your interest and your values to each school because at the end of the day, colleges are looking for a great fit. And no matter how great your accomplishments are, if they see that you didn't do a lot of research or if they feel like you're not a good fit for the campus, then they're going to reject you, right? In addition, if you would like to learn more about how to make your college application stand out, I have a free 45-minute training on that, and the link is below the video. Also, if you want a daily dose of motivation, college admission resources and tips and strategies and blog posts, we have a community of nearly 600 students and parents just like you inside our private Facebook community group. And it's called Conquer College Admissions. And I'll also attach the link below so that you can join, and it's completely free. If you found this video helpful, please like and comment and also share it with your friends. And also let me know which videos you like to see more of related to college admissions.